Good morning and good afternoon. I'm Jonathan Edelheit, and today's webcast is going to be on smart strategies for next level networking, and this is really how to get the most out of networking at our upcoming event in Las Vegas, which is a very short time away. I think just a little bit over a month. So I know I'm definitely excited to see all of you there. It's November 3rd through the 6th at Caesar's Palace, so I hope most of you have booked your room. I have a couple co-presenters on with me today. I have David, who's in charge of our networking platform, and he's going to be going a little bit over how to use the networking software so you can really get the most out of the software and learn all the different functionalities. There's Megan Chiarello, who with marketing and engagement, who's along with Charlie Rodriguez, is also going to present after Dave talks about the networking platform and really talk about getting the most out of networking, getting most out of the experience in scheduling meetings, meeting with people, and then also a little tying in if you're an exhibitor, how to make the most out of your exhibition because you get your networking meetings at your booth. As I said, I hope you've all booked your hotel room because I know Caesar's Palace is, I think it's close to being sold out, but there's a lot of good hotels nearby too, a lot of choices. Hope you're planning to see a show. My favorite happens to be Cirque du Soleil, and have some plans for dinner. So talking a little bit about the conference and the different events that happen within the conference, so you understand the integration and how it works. And then I'm going to kind of cover a little bit about who's coming, the types of attendees and stuff, maybe some general stuff about the conference, so you can understand better when you're using the networking software, who you're really trying to network with and how to get the most out of it. So the conference, it's integrated. You've got the Employer Healthcare and Benefits Congress, which is the largest U.S. health insurance and benefits conference for human resource and insurance professionals. And then you've got the World Medical Tourism and Global Healthcare Congress, which has to do with international healthcare. It has to do with centers of excellence. And within those events, we have multiple different events. So we have the Health Insurance Exchange Conference for the federal and state exchanges here in the U.S. With the healthcare reform law, the Voluntary Benefits Conference, the Global Benefits Conference, which is multinational employers and insurers as many companies go global. We've got the National Healthcare Reform Conference, which has about 20 sessions just focused on healthcare reform in the U.S. The Corporate Wellness Conference, focused on corporate wellness here in the U.S. and abroad. Self-Funded Employer Conference for employers who self-fund their health plans. And then the BenTech, the Benefits Technology and Healthcare Reform Conference. And then with the medical tourism, you've got two sides of it. You've got international medical tourism, patients traveling to other countries for care. And then you've got domestic medical tourism, which in different parts of the world, and especially in the U.S., we're seeing more implementation of. An example of that is Lowe's partnering with Cleveland Clinic and Pepsi partnering with Johns Hopkins, and employers starting to look at centers of excellence with fixed bundled rates and send their employees there and give them incentives like waiving deductible and co-insurance. So all these events are going on at the same time, and you can kind of jump in and out of the different sessions you want. And one of the really neat things about the networking software that Dave's going to go into is it allows you to really look at what sessions you want to do, and before you even get to the conference, have your whole agenda set in your phone or your iPad so you know what sessions you're going to and who you're meeting with and when and where. To look at the delegates of who are the different types of people who are attending, so you can understand, who you might want to schedule meetings with. We've got human resource executives from international and U.S. companies, benefit managers, wellness managers. You've got medical directors, CEO, and hospital professionals from U.S. and international hospitals, government officials from the U.S. government, from foreign governments, ministries of health, software and technology providers, insurance agents, brokers and consultants, C-suite, CEOs, CFOs, global benefits executives, and insurance companies and health plans and service providers. So we've really built our conference on this idea of collaboration, and so I think it's really unique, and when you come, people are very open to meeting, and there's a big atmosphere of really learning to connect with people. And so, there's really two types of that collaboration that can lead to either, collaborating or business opportunities. So one of those is that it's connecting with your colleagues and peers. So learning what other organizations just like you are doing and finding out what best practices, learning their case studies, taking what they're doing to allow your organization to be more successful. So that's one of the really neat things that you can use the networking software for. And people are very open at our events to really sharing with you what they've done at their company and why it works and what doesn't work and what path to move on, and maybe even collaborating together. And then there's the solutions and experts and providers. We're bringing in some really great and innovative companies that are providing solutions in all these different sectors that are covered within the event. So you can go in the exhibit hall and meet with exhibitors who are doing something very cutting edge on international healthcare, or they're doing something cutting edge with wellness, or they're doing something cutting edge with healthcare reform. So we've really been focused this year on trying to find some really innovative companies to bring in for solutions. And then obviously, if you're an employer, if you're an agent, if you're what we consider kind of like a buyer of healthcare benefit services, and you're looking for new solutions providers, you can go in and set up meetings with them. Or if you're an exhibitor or someone else, you can look who's coming to the conference and request meetings. We get a very high-level group of people who are coming to the event. It's a very serious event. It's focused heavily on advanced education and then the networking and collaboration that happens on that side. We've created a really great experience within the hall where the networking meetings happen. So there's going to be an area on one side of the hall where there'll be tables where you'll be able to pre-schedule your networking meetings. And then if you're networking with exhibitors or sponsors, you'll actually network at their specific booth. So there's a stage in the hall where we're going to have entertainment. We're going to have little Cirque du Soleil people running around. If you were there at our event last year on the beach, you'll see some of those exciting things. We also have some interactive things while you're in the hall, like a treasure chest exhibit hall giveaway where you can win tickets to a show or cash or an iPad. We have a big reception in there. And then we're also going to have some really neat things of just cool exhibitors. So, if you've seen those nap pods that huge companies have, like Google or things like that, where workers get to come, it's actually not just for workers. They're putting them in hospitals, anywhere where you have executives or key people, where they can go and you can actually take a little nap. So everyone will be able to check them out in the hall. We got a couple of those. We're going to have a little beauty area where you can get makeovers and some fake stuff done in the exhibit hall. It's going to be in our wellness market. Also a little really neat thing on sustainability. We're going to have a Rock the Bike sponsor, and you can bicycle, and the bicycle powers your milkshake, and it makes you a milkshake in the exhibit hall. We also have that same sponsor is going to power one of our sessions, the electricity for hosting one of our sessions with actually bicycle power. So just really neat different things. So it's going to be neat having the wellness marketing in the exhibit hall, and then we have a VIP lounge where the VIPs that we're bringing in for the conference, the agency employers, the other buyers that we've approved will be able to come, and sit and hang out, and you'll be able to meet them. And we also have power sessions in the hall. One of the things which will announcement will go out really shortly that we're doing is to meet the experts. I think this is going to be one of the neatest things that we're going to do at our event this year. And in the exhibit hall, there'll be an area where, on designated times over the couple days of the event, that you will be able to go in and there'll be a couple experts, whether it's 3 large employers who are doing wellness programs, or it could be 3 hospitals doing medical tourism, or 3 insurance companies, and you'll be able to ask them any questions that you want about their programs, how it works, ask them questions about your own programs, and get advice and guidance. Next we're going to go on to Congress planning, prepare, and setting your goals. And I'm going to turn this over to David Jusham.
Hi, everyone. This is Dave from Jujuma. Let me just get this going over here for you. Hopefully everyone's seeing an email on their screen. Basically, once you register for the event, within 24 to 48 hours of registration, you're going to be given an email with a username and password and a link where you can access the networking platform. What you're going to want to do is just simply select the link right within the email. It'll take you to a login box, and for those of you who have already registered, if you can't find your initial email or have not used the system yet, you could retrieve your credentials right through here. But the way the system works is you'll enter your username and password. If you have a bar scanner on your mobile phone, you can download either the Apple or Android apps right through here, or they're available in the app stores under Jujuma. There's also an iPad app available. First time you log in, it's going to ask you to change your password, and this will be your password moving forward. Now, one of the main things Jonathan was stressing is the networking at the event and the opportunities that are available to everyone. You want to maximize that. You want to put your best foot forward to either show your goods, your services, or announce to what you're attending the event for and see who you could possibly have one-to-one meetings with or connect over coffee or drinks at one of the networking receptions. The first thing you're always going to want to do to make sure you get the most out of this is edit your profile. So right after you log in, right in the upper left-hand side, you're able to edit your profile. You can either edit your company profile or your personal profile. It's pretty straightforward with this. The first button next to your name is going to allow you to edit your contact information. This is the information that's taken from registration data. Right through here, you can actually pull your profiles from LinkedIn. Put any keywords that you want to be visible to the audience and also searchable within the platform so your profiles come up, and add your social media links. What's nice about this is if you do add your social media links, people will be able to connect with you outside of the platform as well. Once you update your personal profile, you then have the opportunity to load any marketing material you might like through documents, videos, or if you want to edit the description for your company, you could simply select company profile, and through here you can add the description of your company if you'd like. You can classify your company. It's important that you want to specifically select as many classifications that apply to your company, so when users are searching for people they might want to meet with and use an advanced search function, your company comes up, your profiles come up. So you definitely want to utilize this. Now, if I back up a page from here, if you edit your company data, this is pretty much similar to editing your personal data. You can add your company logo in here. You can add documents, videos, or you can add social media links at the bottom of this page for your company. The more information you put in here, the more visible you are, your company is, and your goods, your services, or what you're trying to achieve at the event. After you have updated your profile, you're ready to start your networking. Basically, the way the system works is we try to integrate the professional aspect with one-to-one meetings and engagement, and also the social aspect. So you have a social feed right in the middle of the page where you can see people 46 seconds ago, D. Simon uploaded a document. If I wanted to view that, I could simply select that. You're going to have all the ability you would normally have on a desktop, where you could save a document, you could print it, you could email it. Similar goes for viewing videos. They load right within the site. We include the social media features where if you have uploaded your Twitter account, your LinkedIn, or your Facebook account, you could post your own statuses here and have them simultaneously post on your own social media sites. Again, the idea is to get your message out to the broadest audience possible and for you to get the most out of the meeting you're attending. When you want to start doing your due diligence to see who's at the event, who you might want to possibly connect with, you have tools on the left-hand side. The first one's going to be view profiles or meetings. What we've done is breaking down categories based on how individuals register for the event, depending on sponsorship levels, exhibitors. But simply put, if you just wanted to look at organizations or all participants, you could select either or. If I select organizations, you'll see the first one here. They've uploaded profiles. They've uploaded their Twitter account, their Facebook. They've uploaded classifications. It's a pretty complete profile where I could connect with this company outside of the software as well. If you expand on the left-hand side, this is going to show you information on the company. It could tell you who's attending that particular company. If they have loaded documents or videos, you'd be able to retrieve those as well. You could even take your own personal notes through here and email them or print them out at the end of the day. Any notes you take on the mobile devices or the online platform, they show up on both. So at any point, if you're in a session and you start taking notes on a session with a mobile app, it's going to be stored so you could easily get that information later down the road. So that's simply put. You have search tools at the top of the page as well. So if you want to search a company by classification level, so this is under corporate wellness. If I want to see who's made themselves tagged as corporate wellness, it brings back the companies that have. That's one way to utilize the system. Another way to utilize the system is just by looking at individuals. You're going to have the same type of functionality up on top where you could search keywords. So I did business in my profile. If I search business here, it's going to bring back any individual with business in their profile. Now, when you start to go through these profiles, you can expand on these individuals. It'll highlight your keywords, so you could glean the information quickly, see if that's relevant for you or not. This particular person, he's actually a speaker. You'll know that because you see sessions here. So if you're interested to see what Andrew's speaking at, you could simply select the session tab, and it'll tell you he's at the BUPA Global Provider Summit. It tells you when and where that is. If you wanted information on that, that link is interactive, and it takes you right to that particular session where you could gain more information on that. If you want to send messages or request meetings with individuals, under each person's profile, there are hyperlinks for that. If you are planning on trying to send numerous meeting requests out, maybe to market goods or services, you'll see a meeting activity on the right-hand side. If I've already sent one to Andrew, this would have told me that I've sent him a meeting request, and it would tell me if it's been confirmed or if it's still awaiting confirmation. Another way to use this system is you could search by organizations when looking at individuals. It just gives you a different view. So if I want to look at the individuals from my organization, I could say, oh, John Sedlak, I'd like to send him a message. It works and functions just like email. I can send him a message right through here. He's going to get it. It's going to come from congressnetworking@jujuma.com, so it is a private email network, but it's going to go directly to the email address that he registered with. Now, the same functionality works when you go to request a meeting through a person's profile. First, you're asked to select a date of that you'd like to meet with them. Next, you're going to see the meeting availability. This is determined based on when you update your own personal availability and the individual you're requesting a meeting with. So Sudarshan Reddy here is available all day on the 4th. If I'd like to meet with him at 10 a.m., I could simply select that, and then I'll choose a location. I could have it either system assigned, which is going to program it for one of the tables, or suggest a location. If you are an exhibitor, it's automatically going to book the meeting invite at your booth once you accept that. And you don't even have to leave your table throughout the day, so we try to make it as easy as possible for people. The rest works just like email or the messages. That's how you use the system, at least a quick run-through of when you're looking at individuals and companies and you want to start your networking. That's a quick way to go about that. There are other tabs on the left depending on how deep down you want to get into here. So when you have meeting status tab, this is going to allow you to see what you have awaiting confirmation, meaning someone's requested a meeting with you and it's awaiting you to respond yes or no, or transfer to a colleague. You could see what has been confirmed or what you have requested. Now you also have the ability to set your availability. It's very important you come in here and you do so. So if you plan on attending the keynote session, you don't want anyone to be able to request a meeting with you at that time. You're going to want to come in here and say, oh, on Sunday, November 3rd, I do not want to be available from 8 to 9 a.m. I would just mark myself not available, hit Save Changes right here, and it updates, and you can see they're marked in red that I'm not available. Anytime that you have a confirmed meeting, it will tell you have a confirmed meeting at that particular time. It's crucial that you do this, otherwise you're going to be, we default to everyone is available to maximize the opportunities for individuals to connect. Messages on the left-hand side, this is just another way of sending messages where you can compose a message. It's basically your private email center for the networking platform. You have the similar tabs you would as in an Outlook or a Gmail. If you want to send multiple people a message at once, you would just select people. We limit it to 10 people at a time, or you could send an individual. If you're going to send multiple messages, maybe it's for a marketing aspect, or you're trying to make an announcement of something of your company's goods, services, or maybe an event you're attending, anything of that nature. But once you select the individuals you want to send a message to, the rest works just like an email. Favorites, basically when you're viewing profiles at any point, you can add an organization or an individual to a favorite. As Jonathan mentioned, there's going to be over 2,000 people at this event. When you start using the system and you find individuals of your interest, simply just mark them as a favorite. You can tag them, same as you could in Facebook, add a new tag, select one from a list that you might have created, or just add them. Once you add a person to a favorite, they're going to be accessible over here on the left-hand side. So I could get Alexis right over here or any of the other favorites I've added. At any point, you could remove them as well. So this is just a good way to lead source throughout the list as you're going through it. I would say the next main function is your search capability. This is instead of going through participation types or keywords, this is maybe a different way to search the system. You could do this for individuals or organizations. You could search by first name, last name. Again, keyword, you could do companies. Same functionality where you have the ability to put classifications in as well. So again, if I just do people and I want to do business, who's going to come back? Comes back with 71 people so far with business in their profiles. You could save your searches at the top of the page. So if you're using this on a Monday and you found a good way of finding potential leads and you come back in later in the week, you could just save your search. It'll be right there for you. Groups, this is just a function that allows you to create a private group within the platform. It's similar as a Facebook group where, again, I see this for people using public groups to market goods or services, to make announcements for their associations. Private groups that aren't visible to everyone are normally from people who are colleagues and they want to have a dinner party or something of that nature. So it's just another way to network throughout the platform. For the floor plan, this is constantly being updated with new exhibitors. It's interactive. It's going to allow you to view booths for individuals. It's going to pop up and tell you who's at what particular booth. Or if you go to the bottom of the page, there's search capabilities as well, and everything's interactive. This is functionable on the mobile apps as well with an interactive floor plan. So you can view all the exhibitors, all the documents that they load, the individuals, etc. The notes section. Again, I've touched on notes before. This is just another way to access all of your notes. If you go to General Notes, it'll give you the ability to view the notes if you've taken them under individuals, companies, particular sessions you're attending, or speakers. And you have the function at the upper right here to export all your notes, email them to yourself, or print them out. If you want to view the sponsors for the different congresses going on, you could view them all through here. They're all linked to the information that they'd like available. If you'd like to view particular sponsors for each Congress, each of these tabs are interactive. I am responsible for the support email down here. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out directly towards me. I will try to get back to you as quickly as possible. Generally, it only takes me an hour or so unless I have meetings. We have a tutorial video down on the website as well, so after the fact, if you want to go in and get a quick refresher how to do certain things, you could, it's a 5-minute video. We'll go through that and the mobile app. The last important thing everyone should be aware of is the agenda. So this is where you're going to want to go to create not just your one-to-one meetings, but what sessions do you plan on attending and gain the information on those sessions. So again, you would just choose out whatever particular Congress you might be attending. It's going to give you the different days, the different tracks, they're color-coded, complexity levels, certification types. We have a lot of different options in here to narrow down exactly what you're looking for. Now, what you also have the ability to do is if you see a green icon with a calendar at any point, you can add this to your personal schedule on the right-hand side. So this is going to create your schedule, and you can easily email your personal schedule, the sessions you'd like to attend. You can export it to a calendar in any time zone you'd like, or you could print it out. When you start having one-to-one meetings and they're confirmed, they will show up on your personal schedule along with the sessions. Just a quick overview of how these sessions work. We'll have the speakers, if there's complexity levels or sponsors, they'll all be listed. Everything's interactive as well. So if you go into a particular session, it's going to give you descriptions on the session. The networking platform will be open, obviously, before the conference to plan your event, to obviously, hopefully, have everyone connect with as many people as possible. But it's also going to be open after the fact. So for those individuals you weren't able to connect with during the event, you'll still be able to reach out to them for a certain amount of time. You'll be able to view presentations on particular sessions. There'll be surveys here that you might be directed to respond to through the mobile app. If you wanted to view a comment thread or take your own personal notes on the session, you could do so. If there's particular speakers at a session, they're going to be listed here. If you'd like to rank them so the congresses can have an ongoing tally of what everyone thought of the session and the speakers, that's available for you as well. So overall, that would be a good run-through of how I would use this as an attendee. I would personally come in here. I would load as much information as possible for my company, for myself, to get my message out and across to everyone possible. And then I would hope everyone would do the same so we can hopefully connect. And as Jonathan said, the reason for connecting is partnership, collaboration, and moving forward.
Okay, really appreciate you joining us this morning. The networking platform is a big component of the show. Where all of us here at our team are really excited about the event this year and bringing it to Las Vegas. And a lot of work goes into this year long to make this event happen. And we're really passionate, and it is our mission to make sure that each and every one of you on the call and attending has all of the resources and all the tools to be successful at the conference. And certainly we believe that the networking platform is a big component and a big key. We will provide also at the end of this presentation a PDF document which you'll be able to download, and which contains a lot of useful information, statistics, and tips really geared towards trade show success. And we recommend that everyone print this document, meet with your team, and really strategize about what you want to accomplish at the conference and what your goals are. And by goals, we recommend that you set specific goals that are focused on your particular target audience that you want to interact with at the conference. And of course, the networking platform is a big tool to accomplish that. As Dave demonstrated, through the platform, you will be able to segment the audience by geography, by company type, by profession. So this is an excellent tool for you to be able to look at your product, to look at your what you're promoting and who you want to target that to. And we think that you should also set quantifiable goals. How many meetings would you like to set in a day? What's the desired amount of business cards that you want to collect? Discuss your overall projected outcome, whether it be business connections, whether it be revenues that you want to generate, meetings that you want to generate afterwards. So these are all important things that you need to go into the conference identifying so that you will be more prepared to succeed at the conference. And of course, you want to strategize your action plan. And so you want to meet with your team. You want to decide what your action plan is and what it is that you're promoting at the conference, what products, what programs that you're promoting at the conference. And then, of course, you want to select the team members that will best communicate these programs. This is a business-to-business show, which is very important to understand that the attendees of the shows are professionals. These are insurance professionals, physicians, government officials. So these are folks that you'll want to be able to discuss your programs with in depth. You want to ensure that you have the team in place that is able to do that and is able to present solutions. Your marketing material, of course, should be appropriate to the audience and to the venue as well. Check into the Congress. Let it be known that you're there. You want to go on Facebook, go on LinkedIn, and let your contacts know that you'll be attending the conference. Think of ways that you can increase your presence at the conference. If you're exhibiting, of course, you want to customize your booth and make it attractive, and think of different ways that you can attract traffic to your booth. And a lot of this information will be included in the PDF. If you're attending the conference, there are ways that you can increase your presence. You may want to inquire about an ad in the Congress E program. We would recommend that you let your contacts know that you'll be attending. Invite some of your contacts and colleagues to attend as well. If you've got a larger network at the show, this, of course, is a way for you to increase your presence at the show as well. And, of course, you want to look at what sessions are appropriate and make sense for you to attend. We've got a terrific educational agenda program and some wonderful speakers, and my colleague Megan Chiarello is going to introduce that to you.
Thank you so much, Charlie. Yes, we are so excited and really proud of the thought leadership that we're bringing to the Congress. The content and the sessions are really what makes this event so critical for your business and a real ROI for attending. We have sessions that have employer case studies and taught by industry experts. The content in these sessions counts towards specialist certification. So when you're coming to the event, you can get certified. You can get certified in the areas of corporate wellness, healthcare reform, voluntary benefits, and self-funding. So it is a really great opportunity to get educated in addition to networking, and that's something we really encourage you to get online before the conference, take a look at the agenda, customize the sessions in your networking platform so you know which sessions you're going to and you have a clear outline of how you're going to map out the conference as an attendee. We have Zappos, LinkedIn, Hallmark is speaking, really great employers presenting on what they're doing in the workplace, and great industry experts and leaders also educating on healthcare reform as well. So we're very excited, and definitely customize your agenda in the networking software. And now that, Charlie's kind of talked about prepping for the conference and what you need to do before, we really want to stress about, once you're there, it's showtime. The exhibit hall is the hub of the conference. It's the best place for making connections and igniting those business opportunities. So we really encourage both attendees and exhibitors and sponsors to really engage the audience. We use engagement a lot, but that's kind of the platform of our exhibit hall this year, and making those connections and interacting with all of those exciting things that Jonathan spoke about is part of the whole exhibit hall experience. We encourage that, while you're networking in your one-on-one meetings or if you're at your booth, definitely take the time to, make brief notes on your business card and really remember those talking points when you're connecting with all of the delegates at the event. Manage your time to interact in the exhibit hall and attend your preferred sessions. So that goes back to mapping out that customized agenda in the networking software. Really go ahead and accept those meetings and outline them with the sessions that you need to go to or for certification as well. So that's really important. Honor those networking commitments and shake hands. So we're so excited to offer this networking software to you, and our event is built on networking and making those business connections. So map out your agenda and really go ahead and meet each other one-on-one in the exhibit hall during the networking time. Smile and come with an upbeat attitude because we're all in this together.
Thanks, Megan. And then, of course, once you've had a great week in Vegas and the conference was a great success, you're back home in the office, you're sharing the conference swag with the rest of your team. This is the time, to really to follow up with those connections that you made. As Megan mentioned, you want to make sure that you make notes when you're connecting folks in the exhibit hall and at the conference, so that they know that you're engaged and that you're interested, and that you want to follow up in a timely manner. Potential business partners are going to judge you and your ability really to do business with them, your interest in doing business with them, with the timeliness of your follow-up is going to really, they're going to look at that as far as your interest in doing business with them, and they're also going to make decisions based on your ability to do business with them based on a timely follow-up. If you take a month or two to follow up with someone, they may think that you're not able to handle the business or that you're not equipped. So develop a follow-up plan and make sure that you do so strategically. You want to debrief with your team. Remember those goals that you set before the conference. This is a time to look back at those goals and to measure your success or where you came up short so that you can strategize for the next event. What worked well, what didn't work well, did we meet our goals, and where do we need to retool? So this is as important as the preparation is, also as the follow-up and the debrief. And of course, reserve your space for next year. And we'll see you in Washington, D.C. In 2014.
And we've been kind of using this when we're working with our exhibitors and sponsors and attendees in the phrase, are you all in? You know, our Congress is a lot of information, a lot of networking opportunities, and you really need to maximize what you're doing and brand yourself there. I think that's so important. And so we're asking if you're all in and if there are still, if you saw interest in attending or also sponsoring and exhibiting, there definitely still is opportunity. Exhibit Hall is filling up quickly, but we definitely have sponsorship packages to fit your marketing strategy, your budget. If you're interested in, as an attendee, still having some form of visibility and presence, you can do an e-program advertisement. We're doing e-blasts to get out educational content, and that's just another way to maximize your investment and ROI in the event. We're really passionate about creative, interactive sponsorships, things that really draw people together. So if you're interested in establishing that thought leadership and you want to be an educational underwriter, that opportunity is available. We're having really fun video testimonial booths where attendees are going to give up-to-date and testimonials as the conference is happening. So that's a great interactive station in the exhibit hall. Launch parties, healthy wellness activities, morning yoga. We're doing it all, and we want you to be a part of it. So let us know if you've got something creative, and we'll work with you. And as Charlie mentioned earlier, we do have a resource for maximizing your investment to begin Congress planning, kind of a detailed overview of what we went over today, and you can download that on this PowerPoint. We'll also be sharing it post-webcast for you to save and use with your team when you're planning to attend the event. And we are 44 days till Vegas, so we're excited.
Okay, we'll open it up for questions. If anybody has any questions for Dave or for Meg or for myself, we're going to go ahead and open it up for questions.
Charlie, I'm just going to address a few questions I saw on the feed that I didn't get to address when I was on the phone, if that's okay. Someone asked where they can get their logins. Again, I mentioned they'd be sent to you. If you do not have them, there is a login box on either Congress website where the agenda is that they can enter their email to be sent their logins. Another person asked what the email address is for the platform for support. It's congressnetworking@jujuma.com, and that's CongressNetworking@jujuma, JUJAMA.com. Corporate profiles, if you fill out your corporate or organizational profile, it is linked to everyone else that is under your company. So only if you have a marketing person who likes to update social media links and corporate logos, they can update everything and it'll be the same for every individual. And I saw one other question regarding a mobile app. You could just email me any issues you might have with a mobile app at congressnetworking@jujuma.com. There's multiple questions I would need to ask, so I can't just address them over this teleconference.
Thanks, Dave. We've got a question from Jackie, who is asking about medical travel certification for travel agents at the end of the conference. The certification will be available on the 6th, the day after the conference, and Jackie wanted to inquire about some recommendation about someone who was interested in promoting themselves for medical travel and for medical destinations. Jackie, please contact me after the webcast at your convenience at charlie@medicaltourismassociation.com, and I'll be more than happy to chat with you offline. Someone else was asking about whether the attendee list would be available prior to the conference, and the platform is open, and you have access to the platform as of now. And so anyone else who is on the platform that has logged into the platform and has created a profile, you would be able to connect with immediately. Unfortunately, not everybody does log into the platform, but we do encourage everyone to log into the platform, and we do provide that information to everyone as soon as they register. So yes, you can go into the platform right away. You can create your profile and start connecting. Someone else asked if they would be able to get a copy of today's slideshow, and Ricardo, yes, that will be available. Stay tuned. We will make that available within the next 48 to 72 hours. And we do have a few other questions. Does a meeting have to be set up with an individual, or can it be set up with a company, Dave?
When you go to request a meeting with a particular company, it will tell you who is attending from that company, and then you would just send a meeting request to the person you feel best fits what you're trying to meet about. If you want, you can also have the option to send a group meeting, and basically you can invite everyone from the company to the event.
Very well. Someone, and I think you've already addressed this one, someone who was asking about the login credentials, and just to, once again, mention again what Dave said, that as soon as you register for the Congress, you will receive that information. If you have not received that information, you can contact either Megan or myself or Dave at Jujuma, and to make sure that you have that those login credentials.
And any other questions that you have, I think we're almost out of time for today's presentation, but please feel free to email and contact us. Any other questions that you have on the agenda, we can direct you to our colleagues on the team to assist you.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Have a great week, and we'll see you in Vegas.